Hi everybody, how are you? It's Jay Victoria, the Energy Queen. It's Sunday night, February 9th, and I worked all day and I just got home and but I am committed to doing these energy updates. So I'm here. Um, I wanted to share that so basically the update is it's really happening. I can see the future that is super positive, that is possible for you, and that you like that resurrected version of your life. Like, it's one of the first times I've started, because I have the ability, God has given me incredible insight into the energy world. And one thing that happens sometimes is I see future potentials. Like, I can see oh, like this thing is on its way. Oh, this reality is on its way. And whenever I see those things, it's just so wonderful. Um, Tonight, for the first time, right before filming this, I started to see that, and I was like, "Oh my God, thank you," because I think the feeling over the past few months, but the past few years, has been so like. Sorry, my kitties are making noise. I gotta throw them treats, keep them busy. But the feeling over the past few months and years has been like that there's something coming, and we've been working so hard to create that. You can probably feel it in my energy too. Like, my videos are also like an energy activation and the frequency, um and it feels like we've been pushing towards something really new. So if you've been changing your life, if you've been being fearless and really believing in that resurrected version of your life, the real version of your life, the real person you want, like the real version of you, it's like we know that's real. We know that's who we really are. And I believe a lot of us have been taking steps to show that we believe that. And when we take those steps, God fills in the supernatural things. God, it's like, oh my God, my ear. Like, wow, there's a lot of power here. Like, it's like a prayer when you take action toward what you believe is possible for you. It shows God that you believe that it is possible. It shows faith. And so that's why with the things that we want to create, it's important that we take the steps that we can take, so that it shows him faith. It's a real way to show God faith, and he does the supernatural things for us. It's like we can't do those things. He can, though. So whatever it is that you want to create in your life, whatever it is that you're working toward, and the dream that you believe is possible for you, like, you have to not just believe it, but you have to act on it every day as much as you can. I call it throwing yourself at your goal. Like, what can you do today, even if it feels far away? What can you do? And I'll tell a little anecdote. I used to work at this hotel in Banff, Alberta, which is in the west of Canada, and it's called the Banff Springs, and you may know it. It's a very famous hotel, and I worked on the telephone system, and so we'd get calls from all over the world all the time. And there was this one guy, though. He would call and ask us. He didn't live in Banff. He lived in the States or something. I don't know where he lived, but this one guy would call, and he would he would just inquire about how to work there. And he did it more than once. He kept calling and just asking about working there, and I just felt like that's all of us about our dreams sometimes, right? I just felt like, as someone who was already working there, I was like, dude, just fill out an application. Like, why are you calling and asking again and again about working here? You obviously want to work here. Like, you're not gonna work here unless you fill out an application. You gotta if you really are serious, do something about it. Don't just keep telling yourself you're doing something because you call us and you ask about it. Like, that's not actually getting it done. You know what I mean? I never forgot that, because I know that that's me sometimes, that's you sometimes. Like, we do this sometimes as humans. We fool ourselves into thinking we're doing things, but are you really, are you filling out the application for the life you want? And I'm talking about real applications. I'm talking about, what is the version of your life that makes you feel the most high frequency inside? That's who you are, and that's why you want that. Because the high frequency, um, in your soul and all of our souls, it creates something different in the world we live in. Like, what's high frequency for me is going to be different than what makes you feel high frequency. So what makes you feel high frequency? What city do you live in? What, like, I was even thinking that guy should just move to Banff. If you really want to live here and work here, you like move here. Like, what are you waiting for? And that's kind of a message to you. Like, what are you waiting for? What do you want to do? Are you going to take it seriously or not? Because, again, if this is what makes you feel high frequency, my philosophy is, like, that's who you really are. Because I know in sessions with my clients, I can clear away negative energy. Like, it's not who you are. So that means that no negative energy is who you are, meaning that what's left over is who you are. And that's the positive energy. That's the thing that can't clear. So negative energy clears in layers, you know? So I'm not saying I could clear it all in one session or anything like that, but it clears in layers. It dissolves, like, it's not part of you. No part of it is you. So what's left over must be positive energy. And so that's your real identity. Whether or not you have negative energy in you right now or not, like, that is always going to be the thing that can't get cleared. So right now, that still is the real you, even if it's being blocked by something temporary, like negative energy. And so that frequency that's inside of you, it's like, as the human you are at like during the time we live in, it's that high frequency, the highest frequency, is going to create something and connect with things in this world that's very specific to that high frequency. It's like, so like, the city that you want to, like, what's the city that would make you feel the highest frequency to live in, or the country, what job, what lifestyle, what choices? You have to realize that, like, that's who you really are, because that's who you really are energetically. So for me, for example, before I live in New York City now, but I didn't live here. Like, I had this dream for like 10 years before doing anything about it. Because of what I'm telling you, I realized, like, oh, I'm just like, yeah, like, kind of like that guy, like, pretending I'm doing something about it, and I'm really not. And, like, either I'm going to do it or I'm not. And telling yourself you're going to do it later is one of the most dangerous things, because then again, you feel like you're doing something about it, but you're not. It's like, are you doing it or not? That's kind of the message right now. It's like, because it's who you are. It's not your dream. It's who you really are. And I think that's the thing that made it finally click for me, along with actually working with energy and clearing away the doubt and fear, because I know how difficult it can be. It slows you down. And that's why I love working with my clients, because that's one thing I really help you do, is quickly move past that stuff, because it's like, it can really be in the way. And so, yeah, when I figured all this out, it took me 4 months, I think, to move to New York versus the 10 years prior. And I've been here for over 5 years, almost 6 years now. So I really encourage you to make that list for yourself. What does your resurrected life look like? And your resurrected life is, again, like, whatever makes you feel high frequency inside. And you have to take that stuff seriously, you know? And at every age, every stage of your life, that's going to change. Even next week, that could change. So you got to look at your life right now and say, what are the things that make me feel that way, that bring out that high frequency in me? That's what you got to, like, start taking seriously. And it's not easy sometimes when that's not the reality you're in yet. But what I wanted to tell you is that I started to really feel tonight, like, oh my God, it's very real. And I've been working toward that, you know. That's why I mentioned the past few years, especially the past few months. It's been like building a lot of faith, a lot of resilience, a lot of perseverance is a really good word for the past few months. And it has felt a lot, I don't know for you, but for me, it feels like believing in something that you never know if it's really gonna fully manifest. You know, it's like, and having to come to acceptance about that. And I know that that place of acceptance and surrender is a very powerful place to be in. Those are the moments when I know my life has changed the most. The before and after is getting to a place where you can accept. And I think that's what I've been actually coming to lately. And if you have been feeling this too, let me know. I would love to hear in the comments, like, or like the video, or just let me know somehow that you know what I'm saying, because it's like, I think it felt to at a certain point, like the like things were dragging on, and it felt like a battle, and it felt like not knowing if, you know, and then kind of having to get into that place where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna keep going anyway. I'm gonna keep going anyway. You can hear the sounds of New York. I love New York. New York is my high frequency place. I would love to hear your high frequency place. Do you live there right now? Do you need to move there? You know, take some of this seriously. You know, get really real about how you're gonna do it. Like, yeah, so like it has felt like that, but I think one of the most powerful things that you can do if you haven't done this yet is just to be like, I'm gonna keep going even if I never get there. Like, you have to like come to that place where that's how much you believe in it, that you're willing to do the work and to do it and to believe in it without knowing if you will get there, because even that shows faith, that this is how much I believe in it. This is how much I believe in my own personal resurrection. This is how much I believe in who I am, who I know I really am. And that's worth everything. And it shows faith in Christ, I'm going to be honest, because I believe like that's what our own resurrections are mirroring. It's like he did the work, the hard work. It's like an understatement. The hard work of actually resurrecting, clearing negative energy, all of it. Now what we deal with is just like a shadow. It's not anything, you know? It doesn't mean that it's not hard for us, but he cleared all the negative frequencies, like in a very powerful way with the resurrection. And so that's why the truth of you is just the positive energy. That's the truth. And an exercise you can do, I really love too, is just write the positive version of your life right now. Just write down everything positive about your life. Like, write your life story, like on one page, just like do a summary of your life right now, but only say all the positive things. And that's going to be the truth, because again, positive energy can't clear. It's eternal. Negative energy can. So if you're saying all the bad stuff that's happening, well, when you get perspective or with time, you're going to see like, oh, those things weren't what I thought they were. Negative energy is always illusions. So that's another thing you can do to help yourself see where you are even. And honestly, I'm just telling you, like, keep going, keep going, keep going, no matter what. Keep going with that attitude of surrender, that you're doing it because it's right. You're doing it because you believe in it. You're doing it because it's who you are. And that's what matters, is the belief in those things and not being attached to the outcome. But I have seen that, like, you know, today, like, I saw the energy of these things becoming real. This energy of being in the resurrected version of our lives is real. And I do think we need to choose it. I think we've been choosing it for a long time. I feel like it can't just be me. I'm sure there are a lot of you watching who have also been really making changes and doing these things. And so this is a message to just keep going, keep doing it, even if the results haven't fully shown up yet. I think we need each other too to talk about these things. We need to. That's why I'm showing up and talking about it. And I feel my energy changing so drastically in this time. And in such a positive way. And I know that it's only going to continue. And so I just wanted to share this with you. I hope this helps you to know that, like, yeah, it's real. Your resurrected life is real. Keep doing it. Keep believing it. Keep creating it. Keep praying. Keep taking those steps every day. Creating habits to keep working on the things that matter to you. Keep creating habits that support, you know, that vision and that purpose that you know is your real life, your resurrected life. Again, fill out the application. Again, keep taking it seriously. Keep taking the steps. Do whatever you can, and God's going to do the rest. And but I really felt that tonight. I felt like, oh my gosh, like it really is. It's coming. Like this frequency. It's interesting because when things manifest, you always get the frequency first. Have you noticed that? You always get the inside change first before it shows up on the outside, because our energy creates our life. So that's what I'm saying is I feel the frequency already. It's here. It's here. So it has to show up now. But we have to stay diligent about keeping that vision really clear, and choosing. Another thing that's really important to do is choose the top version of everything. Don't settle for second. Second is not the highest frequency, and that's the truth. That's who you are. Choose gold, the gold standard for everything. Don't just date anybody. Date the right person. If you're not with them, then wait, because the gold standard, the resurrection, it's coming. It's here, actually. The frequency's here. We have to keep choosing that. Feels like a relief too. I feel a lot of relief in my soul. And again, with the job, same thing. Don't take that job. Keep working for the one that you really want. Or at least keep taking the steps to believe, like, make it real. Yeah. This goes with everything in your life too. Like, who is the resurrected version of you? What are your habits? What do you do every day? What are you, you know, with the way you eat and the way you dress, the way that you, with everything you have and everything you can do, always be that version of yourself. It's not about shopping. Sometimes about shopping, but it's about being that person, having that quality of, like, choosing the values that matter to you and living by them. Yeah. So you're always becoming the frequency. You're always, like, choosing the frequency, and then you see your world change. Your frequency creates your reality. So choosing to be that person, even if, I don't even want to say, like, I just feel like you are that person. So keep being that person, and don't act like, okay, this is the last thing I need to say. I can feel it. Don't be second best in the version of you that you're being. You need to be the best version of you. You need to have the vision and keep aiming for that again and again and again. And even if you're not there yet fully, it's like, that's what gets you there, though. You know what I mean? It's like, because sometimes I think in life we tell ourselves, like, oh, I'm just not there yet. It's not like that. You have to just, like, throw yourself there. And that's how you get there, is by continuing to put yourself there. Like, you know what I mean? That's very different from being like, oh, I'm gonna, like, maybe be like, I'll make a change in, like, 5 years. It's like, that's not how this works, because energetically you have to be that before you see it happen. And so if you're in the energy of not being that, you're not gonna see it. It's like, you literally have to be the energy first. You have to be that version of yourself inside first. Okay, I think I got it. So I hope this meant something to you, and if it did, let me know. I would love to hear it. This is, like, the most optimistic energy update I've ever done. So we're doing it. Yeah, and if you'd like some personalized advice on what's going on with your energy right now, I'm doing free 20-minute consults. You can book one with the link in the description of this video. And on that, what I'll do is I'll draw your energy, actually do a digital drawing, and I will show you the blocks that are in the way. I will tell you what they're about, give you advice, personalized advice, and then I'll tell you how I can help you have clearer energy, which obviously helps all the things I just told you about. I mean, I have to do my energy clearing on myself every day. That's what helps me so much, because again, it clears your frequencies, so you are that person and then you be that person. It just makes it easier. So if you're interested in getting a free 20-minute consult, the link is in the description, and I would love to talk to you. So thank you so much. Rainbows and happiness. Let's do it. Bye.